All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Antonio Marshals and the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And his first pass is incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Lawrence. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
3-19! 3-19!
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Detroit!
From the gun, Lawrence. Oh, he stays up. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Timmy Jernigan with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Gone!
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the Patriots coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Allen. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gone!
Play action. Now it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He's caught at the 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Freeman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Blue 90!
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Lawrence swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was staying in the pocket, but but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for. Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A gain of 8 and a first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing on first down is Allen. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Nick Vanette His second touchdown on the season. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Patriots have it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
To throw, it's Allen. His throw caught right around the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it. The turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line. Out of the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. He's got Thompson here, complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st down, Lawrence looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Here we go.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Man open left side is Brown. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Now Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Finding some room at midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there of 22.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Coleman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Leopard!
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. As his guys are in for 6, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Lawrence. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Detroit!
On third down, Lawrence. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. This is fielded at the 27. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Patriots take over. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And tack on some more points for the Steelers, extending their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
One downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10, and his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Allen off the play fake. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And his throw is incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out right. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On play action, Allen eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, Allen. Now he'll escape to his right. He may try and run for, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Josh Allen with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again? Symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
When you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage.
yards.
Okay.
Back to throw. Lawrence looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do. 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
To throw on second down. Lawrence letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 11. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Cooper was the target there. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Set! Blue landing!
So after the INT, it's Allen. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This one taken from the 7. What a spin. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing.
Under a heavy rush and down he goes. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To the air, Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. New England on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Allen again. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. A big